Weird history facts of 1930. In 1930, as the world teetered on the brink of economic despair during the Great Depression, there were still a few folks who managed to keep their spirits and their sense of humor intact. Picture this, it's 1930, and the streets are as empty as a speakeasy at a prohibition officer's birthday party. First up, let's talk about the unexpected culinary delight that graced America this year: frozen foods. Picture Clarence Birdseye, the Einstein of the icy cuisine, who introduced the concept of flash freezing. Thanks to Clarence, veggies and meats could now be frozen solid faster than a landlord on rent day. Families across America were suddenly able to store food like Siberian treasure hunters, and Sunday dinners were never the same again. Now, travel with me across the pond to England, where the infamous detective Sherlock Holmes was given a rather bizarre honor. In 1930, at Meiringen, Switzerland, a bronze plaque was erected at the fictional site of Holmes' deadly tussle with Professor Moriarty. Yes, that's right. A fictional character got a real plaque, proving that the only thing the Swiss loved more than neutrality and chocolate was, apparently, a good detective story. Back in the States, the mood was not so jubilant, but Americans found a new hero in a very unusual form: a cartoon character. Betty Boop made her first appearance in 1930, and with her short skirts and jazz-age spunk, she was a flapper in a flapper-less time, fluttering eyelashes and all. Her cartoon was more packed with escapism than a bootlegger's trunk. Speaking of escapism, let's not forget about Pluto, not the dog, the planet. This distant, cold, and rather shy celestial body was discovered in 1930 by Clyde Tombaugh. For a brief, shining moment, Pluto was the 9th planet, the little orb that could. Little did Pluto know that years down the line, it would be demoted and dubbed a dwarf planet, perhaps the universe's way of keeping it humble. And finally, for those who think that politics today are a bit off the wall, let me remind you of Brazil's revolution of 1930. Getulio Vargas, a politician, pulled off becoming the provisional president without any of that tedious business of elections. It was less of an election and more of a suggestion by his armed buddies. So there you have it, a snapshot of 1930, when the world was weird and wild, but people still found reasons to chuckle even if it was just at a plaque for a detective who never lived.